Hello, welcome back to Jen's Jungle, and if this is your first time here, welcome, and my name is Jen. Today I am going to be talking about 3 humidifiers that I have on hand. Since last winter I've been kind of trying out different humidifiers. I've gotten a couple of just some generic humidifiers from big box stores like the Vicks brand and a couple of other basic brands, and they were fine, but they weren't for what I need. So the ones that I've tried before, maybe I have to fill them up twice a day, which is kind of a hassle, especially when I'm running my humidifiers all day 24/7. In the wintertime here, I live in the Midwest, in the middle of the United States, so we do get very cold weather here. We've been getting a lot of sub-zero temperatures, so I have a struggle sometimes keeping the humidity up. So in my plant room in here, I have 2 humidifiers that I use actually to help keep that humidity up, because the one humidifier that I was using in here was not cutting it. So I brought in a second one and that helped out a ton. I'm gonna start with my least favorite humidifier. Not that I hate it, not that it works horribly or anything like that. It's just kind of inconvenient because I have to unscrew the bottom and fill it up that way. But otherwise, it's all right. I did get this, my least favorite one. I did get that because I saw that a lot of the plant gurus on YouTube that I follow had them, so I figure, oh, this must be a really good one. But again, like I said, it's not that I hate it. Convenience-wise, it's just my least favorite. So I'm going to show you the 3 that I use in my house right now. I'm going to start with my least favorite and then work it up to my most favorite that I purchased recently. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is my Levoit. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but it's the Lavoie. You know, sounds French to me, so I'm going to say Lavoie. This one is my least favorite because I'm going to turn it on real quick. First, let me tell you about it a little bit. It's got this remote control, which is handy. It's got a nice display for what the humidity is. You can also change up the mist level to level 1, 2, or 3. You can also set what humidity you want it at. I think I'll do 50. And then you can also do warm mist or a cool mist, which is nice. I usually do just cool mist. You can set it on a timer. You can turn off the display if you don't want to see the display. But yeah, right now it's showing 23 degrees, 24 degrees. It's going up a little bit. The number one thing I don't like about this is the filling up this thing is kind of a pain in the butt. I'll show you guys real quick what I mean by that. I'm going to turn it off. So what I mean by it is the bottom. You have to take this screw off, and sometimes it's kind of hard to unscrew, but this is how you got to fill it up. You unscrew it, put the water in it. I fill it up I fill it up every day as much as I run it, which is pretty constant. Also, another thing I want to mention is that your humidifier gets a little gunky, like that nasty thing right there. You'll want to wash that. I haven't yet, but wintertime is just about over in March, so I think I'll just wait and clean it up later when I put it away for the season. And then you just slide it back in here and it's kind of heavy and it's kind of cumbersome, especially if you're gonna have it up on a shelf. I have it on the floor. I did have it up on a shelf and it was a pain in the butt, and it was to put the water back in, it got really heavy. So that is probably the number one thing that I don't like about it. And the other thing too that I don't know if this is the problem or maybe if it's this barometer that's the problem, but this one and this one never are in sync to what the humidity is. So I don't know if this is the one that's telling me the correct humidity in my room, or if it's the Lavoie or Levoit that is the one telling me the correct humidity. So right now it's saying 42, but I am also holding it. And then this one here is saying it's 26. So yeah, I mean, it's okay, it's good. I saw a lot of the plant gurus, I call them the plant gurus that I follow. A lot of them had this, so I thought, oh, it must be really, really good. So I decided to get it, and it's okay. I'm not completely sold on it. I'm gonna keep it. It still does a good job, but it's definitely my least favorite. It was about $80 for this particular one from Amazon, and I'll link all the 3 humidifiers that I've gotten from Amazon. So this is my least favorite out of the 3, and I will show you my second favorite. So here is my next one up, and it's nothing fancy. It is called Geniani, and it's just a very basic humidifier. This one here is just a button that you can control if you want high, misting or low misting. And the thing I like about this one is that it's a top fill, so I don't even have to take it off this little shelf that I have here. I just usually take this a watering can and just pour it on top. And it also has this clear window so that way you can see where the water is, which is right here. This one here, I as much as I run it, which is always, I run all my humidifiers 24/7 throughout the winter time. But this one, I could, if it's on high, I can get away with maybe 2 days not filling this one, but I have it on the highest misting level, so I'm usually filling this up every day. And the top part does come off, so once winter is over with, I'm gonna get this all cleaned up and ready for the next season. But a very simple one. I think this was around $40. I will link it. I got it from Amazon. I'm not getting paid by any of these companies, so I'm just giving you my true honest review on the humidifiers. So next one is the best one out of the 3, my favorite, and I recently got it. I got it last month, so I will show you that one next. So this one is my most favorite one. I just got this last month. It was around $100 from Amazon. Ooh, I gotta show you guys my Monstera collection. And there's a new baby coming out. This one's been going crazy this winter time. I don't think this one rested at all this winter. Okay, anyway, back to the humidifier. Let me move this one out of the way. This one is called Lackey Doll, I think. But it's got a really nice display. I like it because it's tall, so you don't have to worry about putting it in the shelf. It just stands on the floor. I kind of like my humidifiers kind of sitting up a little taller. And this one has the display also. And it's got the remote if you want. Otherwise, you can always just use the display to get the setting that you want. But I just put water in here, and I'll set the humidity at 50, and you can control also the the maximum, that like level 1 humidity, or the, what do you call it, the mist that's coming out. So right now it's at level 1, and then this is level 2, and then level 2, and then level 3. So obviously the harder the mist comes out, the faster the water gets used up. If I only put it at level 1 humidity, it could last probably 2 days, because the tank is, it's pretty good sized tank. But I love it also because it is a top fill. So I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna show you guys that it's very easy to fill it. I just take a watering can and just fill it up. You want to make sure that when you're filling it up, it's not going, water is not going into this middle hole. You want to make sure that you're keeping it outside of that, because that's where the mist comes out of. And it does have this clear window so you can see where the water is. And there's the max line. They don't want you to go past it when you're filling up the water. So that's it. That's the 3 humidifiers that I am using right now. This one being my favorite one. I just like that it's tall and it's skinny, so you can kind of put it in the corner. I like the height, the way it stands up taller rather than down on the floor. Sometimes if it's down on the floor, it kind of just goes down to the floor, it seems like, and then it gets the floor kind of wet a little bit. So I like how this one stands taller. It's a little bit more slimline. I like it so much that I think I'm gonna replace my Lavoie actually with another one of these. Next winter, we're gonna be out of winter towards the middle of March, so I won't be needing it, but I think next year I'm gonna get another one of these, and that black one, that second one, the Geniani or whatever that other brand was, the simple black one, that one I got that last winter, and that one I like also. It's a simple one, doesn't have the display or anything, but the one thing that I will recommend is get one that is a top fill, meaning you don't have to unscrew anything at the bottom of the container. You can just lift it and then fill it up from the top. It is so much easier. You don't have to unscrew anything. So that is my number one gripe, I guess, with the Lavoie, is that you do have to unscrew it from the very bottom. And this one and that second one that I showed you, it's a top fill, so much easier to put water in it. And yeah, I really highly recommend this one. I really like this. Again, I'm not getting sponsored or anything from these guys. These are the 3 that I am using, and I love this one the best, and I recommend this one if you are looking for one. And it is $100, but the Lavoie was $80, and this one, I highly recommend this one over the Lavoie, or Levoit, however you want to say it. And that is pretty much it. We have been in the negatives. School's been canceled. I live in the Midwest in the United States, so school has been canceled. It's been so cold. Yeah. But there is my Monstera. I love Monsteras. I've got quite a few of them. This one, when I first got it, it was actually wider at the bottom, and I didn't want it to be out wide, so I did a chop, and I'm wanting it to grow out. Oh, there's some birds outside. That's a good sign. There's some birds outside. That is a good sign. That means winter is gonna be here soon. They're checking out that light right there. Every single year, the birds always make a nest on that motion sensor light. So they're probably checking out the real estate. Anyway, yeah, so I'm happy with the way this Monstera is growing up rather than out wide. All right, so that is it. I hope that kind of helped you guys out a little bit. From my experience, especially when you're running your humidifier 24/7 nonstop, which I recommend doing if you do live somewhere like where I live. You do want, because it does get to be kind of tedious after a while, filling it, you know, every day, every other day. The bigger the tank, the better. Top fill versus unscrewing from the bottom and filling it that way. So yeah, I would definitely recommend a top fill versus having to pick it up and unscrew the bottom. And the display monitors, they do help. And maybe if you don't have a monitor window to show you the humidity of the room, do get one of those little barometer or those gauges that'll tell you what the temperature is in the room and what the humidity is in the room. So again, hopefully this helps for you. I'm looking forward to spring. I can't wait to kind of take some plants out and put it on my porch and kind of give my plants a little bit more room in here. I just feel like it's kind of getting crowded in here. So I cannot wait to take some of my plants outside, and hopefully the heat of the summer will make them flourish much faster. I cannot wait for the growing season. But until next time, I think my next video may be from Florida. I'm going to be going to Florida, and I am hoping to find some really nice plant places over there. I'm very excited to take a look at what they have, and I'm excited to kind of see what their box stores have to offer as compared to the big box stores that we have here in the middle of the country, which I imagine that Florida big box stores probably will get a lot more cooler plants than what we get over here. I don't feel like we get, it's far and few in between when we do get a really nice sought after plant. But anyway, next time I hope to see you. All right, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out my, hopefully, some plant finds in Florida. All right.